So this is the second panel discussion, and the theme for this one is the technical responses to strategic prevention, pathways towards sustainable peace. So it's the theme is self-explanatory, so we wouldn't go into the details because we're running short of time, but we would be talking about prevention, tributaries, and for that we have, accomplished academics and practitioners. So let me introduce you to the podium. I think we are missing one participant. On my extreme left, no worries. On my extreme left, Lieutenant General retired Ghulam Mustafa sir. He has served in Pakistan Army almost 4 decades, 71 veteran. He became POW, then came back, and he's a renowned security expert. He has served as a faculty in NDU, Islamabad, and Command and Staff College, Quetta. Welcome, sir. And then we have Dr. Zeshan Zaighum. He has been, associated with BNU as a associate professor and as a research fellow at BCPR, also in BNU. His work focuses on strategic communication, information operations, cognitive warfare, and fifth generation hybrid warfare. Then we have Mr. Tauqir Ahmad. We had a chat this morning, a very fruitful one, I would say. He's a prominent security and defense analyst, former pilot, visiting faculty of NDU Islamabad. He has been also advisory member of the National Committee on Police and Prison Reforms. Recently, he has authored a book, Operation Ghazb-e-Haq, that we will be talking about later on. He has been addressing this multi-layered threat matrix along Pakistan western borders. And Zubairi Saab? So you made it. Good. And we were lucky to have Mr. Hassan Zubairi. We spoke, the other night. We talked about certain things. He's the CEO at Momentum, a leading PR and communication consultancy, adjunct faculty at BNU Lahore, research fellow again at BCPR, BNU Lahore, chairman Mensa Pakistan, president, council of public relations. It's a long list, so I would recommend if you can Google him, that would be more convenient. So I think I'll start with you, Zubairi Saab, if I may, I mean, we have seen recent threats, recent security, dilemmas, Gaza, Iran, America, and then India, Pakistan. So one thing that we have noticed in this is that, they have used social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, etc., gaming, sort of a communities and inscripted digital networks. And they have used that for shaping, reshaping, and remodeling the narrative. A recruitment of sympathizer, if not combatants. But the worst thing that they have done is, they have climatize the youth for acceptance toward violence. My question to you would be, if I can put it correctly, is this the right time that we move beyond reactive counterterrorism approaches towards strategic protection, prevention model that would directly target the online radicalization before, this extremism hydra is going to raise its head one more time? That is going to be lethal. Your comment on that, please.
Sure. Ji, sabse pehle Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for the introduction and the question. You said it will be, coming from the communication and media background, I must say that we have already surpassed, and the conflicts that you mentioned, the recent conflicts from last couple of years, it has become more and more visible. From the continent of, from the continent of Africa, Northern Africa, the regime changes that we saw, the tilt from France towards the Russian backed governments, we saw that the recruitment drive was initiated and done through online games. That has come something very new, and obviously at a lot of other places it was not considered that the continent of Africa can be as vulnerable when it comes to online games. But the recruitment was done so much for that there we saw the regime changes. Moving towards the other conflicts, the Gaza conflict and the current Middle East conflict, we saw the Iranian official Iranian embassies throughout the world using brilliantly using the social media for different videos and memes coming out from the embassy official accounts. So it has, as I said, it has gone much different. Pakistan-India conflict of last year, we were very fortunate that we fought it online and offline in both areas very well. So communication is the new battleground. It is a hard time that we should prepare, especially with the emergence of AI technologies and number of tools. So social media, we have gone bypassed the social media era now. We are in the AI-backed era. So I must say that where we are working on countering the kinetic threats, we can also go on the other side and unconventional means as well, which is the digital platforms. Yeah. Hmm. Yep, you mentioned Balochistan. Balochistan, we during one of the research we were conducting along with my colleague Dr. Zeshan, particularly on one of the outfits, and to our surprise, we came to learn that this particular outlet was the terrorist outfit. It was using something like online music websites. I think it was Boom Play, something like Spotify, for spreading out their own agenda, spreading out their key messaging, in addition to Instagram. Instagram is, we have Garok Media and Sagar Media, some of the, which Fitnatul Hind, as we call it, they are countering it. So yes, it has impacted to a core that, and our think tanks should look into it, start countering it there and then. It is their high time. We have NIFTAC and PIFTACs in place now, which are very much countering the online presence through real-time monitoring. But digital sphere is still missing out from this particular area. So this is one key area that we have been advocating it as well, that should be focused now, from now on.
Dr. Zaighum, you have been a very strong advocate of this CVE model. You know, whenever we meet or we talk to you, talk about that model. Would you be kind enough to walk us through that model for the audience, for the student in security studies?
Aslam alaikum. Thank you for the invite and for this question. So my approach related to CVE is that we should move beyond being reactive. And what should we do is to develop cognitive building exercises in the country. Now, what's cognition building exercise? I'll just explain simply that how we have interpreted it. So far, our actions, they have been episodic reactions. So something happens, and then we start taking certain measures to minimize its effects. But being reactive in counter violence and counter extremism or counter terrorism, as you may call, it is not 100% effective, because whatever has been done is done, and it's literally very difficult to reverse, to undo the cognitive sides, the cognitive effects of violence. So therefore, we need to invest, we need to establish cognitive resilience in the nation. And the cognitive resilience is that people, they will be, in the current times, you cannot stop information. You cannot stop the flow of content that is being created literally from everywhere. as Verisa mentioned earlier, when we were carrying out some research on BLA, we identified 42 different countries from where their content was being originated. So the content about Balochistan, if it is being created from 42 different countries, there is no way you can stop it. If you even take down Twitter, you shut down, internet, you put what is that called? That wall, firewall. You still cannot stop it. That's the reality. Now there are two options. Either you adopt Chinese model, which is to have your own servers, which is to have your own networks, so then you can stop it, or you have to, you have to live with it. So there is where cognition resilience comes into play. People, they will be, accessing that information, but with resilience engineering, you'll be nurturing skills which naturally thought any such content which is not just against national integrity, but also they are at par morally and ethically. So that's the framework that's called cognition engineering. And in the security studies, it comes under cognitive security. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Saab. That was brisk and very effective. Tauqir Ahmad Saab, you recently authored a book, Operation Ghazbe Haq. Can you tell us more about primarily the motivation and expectation, and then you believe, or what I gathered from the conversation, that maybe the non-kinetic methods are the best one to achieve positive peace. So if that is the case, why there's a failure?
Thank you very much, Dr. Adnan. Little bit different thinking. Everybody talks about terrorism, extremism, radicalization, but have we ever thought what are the solution? We have not presented a solution how we are going to achieve our objectives with non-kinetic methods. So there is nothing left except kinetic method which we have been using. And I just want to take everybody on 16 December 2014 when APS happened. And on the 24th, we established the National Action Plan. And the kinetic part was executed. And I think we achieved approximately 80% of our success. The rest, non-kinetic, we failed to achieve because the responsibility of each institution was not defined. Nobody knew what other has to do. So the responsibility was given to the civil side as well, but unfortunately, this non-kinetic methods were not used, and that is the reason we have been doing a lot of military operation, which is not ultimate the solution, because military can do the kinetic operation, they can kill the terrorists, but behind each terrorist, there are probably 10 terrorists more. So I give an example of termite. If you have a termite at home, and you see on the wall, the termite is coming out, what do? Do you just spray the wall and think, okay, the termite is over, it's finished? But in fact, they are deep in your foundation. So we have to find termite in the foundation and root cause, and then we have to treat them. If we don't treat it, then the whole infrastructure is then damaged, which is happening in Pakistan right now. My other suggestion, we have a chairman sitting here for Al-Amin. Is it not possible, and I'm saying since almost 3 decades, that Arabic is not our mother tongue? Is it not possible that we make it compulsory that Quran is taught with authentic translation of Urdu, with Urdu? Why don't we do that? Because then this misinterpretation of jihad and misinterpretation of terrorism comes from those people who have read Quran without the translation. They don't know what is written in that. The second, I would say, the stress management should be taught in every school, college, and universities. Half of the people in Pakistan, they are living in stress. There are financial stress, there are other stress also. I've been giving lecture in National Police Bureau and NECTA as well on the stress management. The police, you can see why they are doing the baton charges. Because he's not taking revenge from you personally, he had some problem at home probably. You know? So again, coming back to this military operation, I think instead of kinetic operation, because we have not, right now, we have not achieved much. We just kill one and there are 10 behind them. It's like a terrorism tree, you just cut the leaves and branches, but the roots are still there. So instead of doing that, I think we have to approach the people to people contact. Number one. Number two, it has to be citizen-centric, and not only that you are talking to terrorism. Why the terrorism is happening? Because it's frustration, because of, there are so many socio-economic issues as well. So my suggest is that we should concentrate on non-kinetic method. There are so many psychologists in the country. We can use them, their experiences, and how to avoid it. Otherwise, believe me that we will keep bleeding with 1,000 cuts. And we have lost thousands of civilian and security personnel and our assets. And if you see the statistic, 1-to-1 security personnel, if there were 16,000 terrorists were killed, we lost about 16,000 security personnel as well as civilian. So the ratio is not that you have 1-to-10 ratio. So the achievement with kinetic operation is not, we are not achieving as we desired. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tauqir Sahab. General Sahab, since you have lived, all your life, most of your decades in battlefield, you must have seen whatever is happening in, Afghan-Pakistan border. So everybody believes that, they are providing safe havens. They have the nursery for international terrorism. So if you, talk about today, how can we achieve, our goals as far as counter-terrorism is concerned in Afghanistan once we do not have cordial relation with the, Afghan government? Plus, second thing, is this going to be, are we going to go towards positive peace, or is going to be a utopian sort of a phenomena for the rest of our life as far as our border with Afghanistan is concerned? Thank you.
इजाज़त तो उर्दू में बात कर लूँ जी। मैं बहुत मशकूर हूँ कि मुझे इतने पढ़े लिखे लोगों में आपने बिठा दिया है। अनफॉर्चुनेटली मैं सिंपल फ़ौजी हूँ जी, फ़ौजी घर में पैदा हुआ, पूरी उम्र फ़ौज में रहा हूँ और अब भी तकरीबन फ़ौज में ही हूँ, यूनिफॉर्म उतार दिया सिर्फ। इससे मुझसे अगर आप बहुत बड़े चाहेंगे फ़िलासफ़ी बयान करूँ तो मैं नहीं कर सकूँगा इसमें। इशू क्या है? इशू बेसिकली पाकिस्तान इटसेल्फ। लंच पे बैठे बात कर रहे थे कि मोदी साहब अगर तशरीफ़ ना लाते तो हमने तो पाकिस्तान की आइडियोलॉजी को ही क्वेश्चन करना शुरू कर दिया था। आज भी जब बात होती है तो हम कसूरवार अपने आप को ठहराते हैं कि हमने क्यों सोवियत यूनियन के ख़िलाफ़ जहाद का बंदोबस्त किया और फिर क्यों अमेरिका के साथ मिलकर फिर हम दोबारा बीच में घुस गए। इन सारे सवालों का जवाब हमें हिस्टोरिकल कॉन्टेक्स्ट में और सही देने की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है इसमें। और हम इजाज़त दें तो थोड़ा सा मैं 1975 या 6 में वन ऑफ माई कज़न वॉज पोस्टेड इन ISI पेशावर, तो मैं उसको मिलने गया था फैमिली के साथ। उसने गाड़ी में बिठा लिया, मुझे ले गया, सर्दियों के दिन थे, तो लंडी कोतल के आगे एक हट्स में जाकर बिठा दिया। वहाँ पे कुछ थोड़ी देर बाद बारिश, लोग आए, मिले मिलाई चले गए। अब मैं आई डिडंट नो व्हाट्स हैपनिंग, मैं उस वक्त स्कूल ऑफ इटली में था। मैंने कैम बैक तो उसने मुझसे पूछा कि तुमने देखा क्या? मैंने कहा मैं कुछ नहीं देखा। अंडरस्टूड कि ही डिडंट वांट मी टू से। The point I want to highlight is کہ ان کی ٹریننگ کا بندوبست ضیاء الحق نے نہیں شروع کیا. ایشو یہ ہے کہ افغانستان ہمارے لیے، پھر ہم کہتے ہیں کہ ہم اس کو اسٹریٹجک ڈیپتھ کی بات کرتے رہتے ہیں افغانستان کے لیے. افغانستان جب جنرل بیگ مرزا سے میں نے خود یہ سوال پوچھا کہ سر آپ نے کہا کہ اسٹریٹجک ڈیپتھ، اس نے کہا میں نے یہ بات نہیں کی تھی. میں نے بات کی تھی کہ ایران، پاکستان اور افغانستان، یہ تین اگر مل جائیں تو یہ مسلم امہ کا اسٹریٹجک ڈیپتھ بنتے ہیں. یہ تو افغانستان اس کانٹیکسٹ میں آ رہا تھا. افغانستان سے دشمنی کوئی ہماری جینس میں نہیں ہے. یہ ہمارے لیے کوئی بہت ضروری نہیں ہے کہ مسلم دشمن کو رہ کے کام کریں. ہمارے لیے ضروری یہ ہے کہ ہم ان کے ساتھ اچھے تعلقات رکھیں، اور اس کے لیے ان کو بھی سمجھنے کی بڑی ضرورت ہے. مسئلہ یہ ہے کہ ہم خود اپنے آپ کو تو ہم سمجھا سکتے ہیں، ان کو کون سمجھائے گا آ کر. یہیں پہ آ کر جب ہم بات کرتے ہیں تو اسٹریٹجک لیول جو گیم چل رہی ہے اس میں پاکستان ایک کھلاڑی ہے. نیگیٹو ہے یا پازیٹیو ہے یہ آپ خود اپنا سوچ سکتے ہیں اس میں، لیکن پاکستان از آلسو اے وکٹم ایز ویل ایز پلیئر پارٹ آف دس گیم. اس میں وکٹم میں اس لیے کہہ رہا ہوں کہ جب دنیا پاکستان کو دیکھتی ہے تو ہم تو پاکستان کو جو مرضی کہنا چاہیں کہہ سکتے ہیں، جو دل میں آتا ہے ہم گالی نکالتے ہیں، سارا دن بیٹھ کے ہم پیچھے پڑے رہتے ہیں. لیکن دنیا دیکھتی ہے کہ ایک اسلامی ملک ہے، ایک جغرافیائی اس کی پوزیشن ایسی ہے کہ اس خطے میں آنا ہو یا نکلنا ہو اس کی بغیر مشکل، اور پھر یہ اس کے پاس نیوکلیر ویپن بھی ہے. تو اس ملک کا وجود، اگر ایران کو وہ نیوکلیر ویپنس کیا انرچمنٹ نہیں کرنے دینا چاہتے، اس نے این پی ٹی پی سائن بھی کیا ہوا، ہم نے سائن بھی نہیں کیا ہوا، تو ایک نیوکلیر پاور کو کیسے برداشت کر سکتے ہیں. سو گیم ان دیٹ بگر پکچر میں جب پاکستان یہاں پہ آتا ہے تو اس میں ہمیں یہ ایشو بنا ہوا ہے. اور اس کے لیے اس وقت جو پاکستان کی کوششیں ہیں میں سمجھتا ہوں کہ بہت پازیٹیو ہیں. پاکستان اپنے آپ کو اس پوزیشن میں لا رہا ہے جہاں پر یہ جو نیکسس ہے پاکستان کے خلاف، میں بڑا سبجیکٹو ہوں اس سلسلے میں، جی مجھے معاف کر دیجیے اگر آپ کو پسند نہ ہو، کہ 3 ایکسٹریمسٹ سوچیں اس وقت دنیا پہ راج کر رہی ہیں. ایک ہمسائے میں ہے، ہم اس کو ہندوتوا کہتے ہیں، وہ نہیں، غلط بات ہے. یہ برہمن زائنزم ہے جو ہمارے خلاف یہاں بیٹھا ہوا ہے. جو اس زائنزم کی آپ ساری بات سمجھتے ہیں وہ جانتے ہیں آپ سب. اس میں کرسچن زائنزم کے بارے میں بہت کم بات کرتے ہیں، وچ از دی ورسٹ. ان تینوں کا ایک گڑھ جوڑ ہے. 92 میں جب سوویت یونین واز ڈسممبرڈ تو واشنگٹن پوسٹ کا ایک اداریہ تھا، اس کا جو متن بہت لمبا تھا، میرے پاس کاپی تھی، میں نے کہیں کھو دیا اس کو. جو چیز میرے ذہن میں چپک کر رہ گئی ہے، اس نے کہا تھا کہ اب چونکہ ہم نے کمیونزم کو شکست دے دی تو ہمارا اگلا دشمن کون ہے؟ ہمارا جو ہماری طرز زندگی کے لیے خطرہ بن سکتا ہے وہ اسلام. سو یہ تھیوری نہیں ہے، یہ کوئی سازشی تھیوریز نہیں ہے، یہ حقیقت ہے، یہ آپ کے سامنے. اینڈ دس از واٹ یو ہیو ٹو فائٹ. اس کو فائٹ کرنے کے لیے محاذ بہت سارے ہیں. ابھی میرے دوستوں نے بات کی، کمیونیکیشن کا اپنا محاذ ہے، اکنامکس کا اپنا محاذ ہے، پالیٹکس کا اپنا. اس سے ملٹی ڈومین فائٹ دیٹ یو ہیو ٹو فائٹ. اس میں ہمارے انفارچونیٹلی لیٹ می ایڈمٹ کہ وی ریئلی ڈونٹ انڈرسٹینڈ دس fight as a whole and we are not responding as a whole. Consequently آپ دیکھتے ہیں گیپس رہ جاتے ہیں اس میں. تو کوئی گیپس ہیں جو ٹیررسٹ ایکسپلائٹ کر رہے ہیں، چاہے وہ نالج کا گیپ ہے، چاہے وہ آپ کے انڈرسٹینڈنگ کا گیپ ہے، چاہے وہ آپ کی سمجھ کا گیپ ہے، چاہے تعلیم کا گیپ ہے، چاہے آپ کی سوشل. تو یہ گیپس ہیں جو ہم پرووائڈ کر رہے ہیں. ان کو آپ کریں. افغانستان کو آپ کو بات کرنی پڑے گی ان کے ساتھ. آج نہیں کریں گے کل کریں گے بات. آپ تو بات کرنے کے لیے جو ماحول آپ تیار کر رہے ہیں اس میں آپ اکیلے پاکستان شاید کامیاب نہ ہو سکے. اس کے لیے ہمیں اپنے دوستوں کی مدد چاہیے ہوگی. میں بارہا بہت دفعہ کہہ چکا ہوں، اس کے لیے ریجنل اپروچ بہت زیادہ ضروری ہے، کیونکہ افغانستان لینڈ لاک کنٹری ہے، 6 ملک سے گرد ہیں. اگر 6 ملک اکٹھے ہو جائیں، ایک سوچ ہو جائے ان کی، تو افغانستان کو بڑے ایزی کنٹرول کیا جا سکتا ہے. اور یہ افغانستان کے فائدے میں بھی ہے اور عام لوگ اس بات کو سمجھتے ہیں. اس میں
تھینک یو جنرل صاحب. Do we have time for question and answer? No? Okay. I must thank the gentlemen, the panelists, for taking some of their precious time out for this panel discussion. And it would be unfair if I don't thank the audience for their patience and indulgence. So I basically thank you all. Assalamu alaikum.